Welcome to the Weekly Spanish Review. This is for Mr. Jones' Spanish 1 classes from March 1st to March 5th. This week we started out with a Find Someone Who activity. Now in class you had to read these statements and then figure out someone that did it, talk to them, and then write their name. For our Columbia homeroom students, you had to read the statements and then think of someone you know that was true about and then put their name. So some of the ones that we went over. Bebe café en las mañanas. So you define someone or talk about someone you know that drinks coffee in the mornings. Va a McDonald's mucho. Now remember these short words that start with V. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van means go or going to. So someone that goes to McDonald's a lot. Come mucha pizza. Come cereal en el desayuno, come comida mexicana. This week we also continued with those 3 phrases in the infinitive form that you can see right here on 1, 2, and 3. Starting with tener plus que plus verb. Now this one means have to, it's an obligation. So like for example, I have to study. We change this first part with yo. Yo tengo que estudiar. You have to study. Tú tienes que estudiar. Notice how we change this first part, but the verb, which in this case is estudiar, stays the same. We don't change that one at the end. Number 2, acabar plus de plus verb. When you have just finished doing something. So if you wanted to say, I just ate. Yo acabo de comer. We just ate. Nosotros acabamos de comer. And finally, this last one, ir plus a plus verb. That's the one that we talked about a few seconds ago with this McDonald's example. So those are voy, vas, va, vamos, van. So if we want to say, I am going to study. Yo voy a estudiar. You are going to eat. Tú vas a comer. Notice how this ir changes to those. Voy, vas, va. A, and then the verb written now. Nosotros vamos a beber agua. Ellos van a beber leche. A few more activities to go over that we did. This activity was putting it in the right order. You had to decide what comes first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So if we read through the examples, let's read them. Yo como una hamburguesa. I eat a hamburger. Now remember we talked about these short ones with V. Yo voy al restaurante. So go. I go to the restaurant. Yo pago la cuenta. Pay the bill. Yo veo el menú. I see the menu. El mesero escribe la orden. We know our verb escribir is to write, and then we got to conjugate it this way. So the waiter writes the order. So in this one, our first one was yo voy al restaurante. Then we've got yo veo el menú. El mesero escribe la orden. Yo como una hamburguesa. And then finally, yo pago la cuenta. And then finally, some unscramble activities. So in these, remember, most of the time our subject's going to come first. Then it's the verb. And then it's the noun or the things. So in this one, who are we talking about first? She. Ella. And then what does she do? Come. And what is she eating? Pollo y ensalada. So we got ella, come, pollo y ensalada. Tú lees el menú. Nosotros comemos en la cafetería. Yo veo una mesa libre.